What's up guys, Mixology Matt here, Frank Sinatra's favorite mixologist, because today I'm making you the New York Sour. You want to impress your date? Then this is the one for you. This is the first cocktail I ever made as a bartender. It's about time we brought it back. Are you ready? Let's get it done. Quick little history about the New York Sour. This goes all the way back to the 1800s in Jerry Thomas's era. The whole idea about floating red wine on a sour, bartenders would often use a claret, which is known as a light wine, to help soften some of the rougher whiskeys or the higher proof spirits that were being made back then. Why does it have the name of New York? A lot of cities would often put a local spin on it, and because New York represents international and luxury, that's where this cocktail name stuck. It survived Prohibition and had a modern revival in the early 2000s. This drink is so complex, there's so many variations you can make. That's exactly why I'm excited to show you the OG and then my signature at the end. Are you ready? Let's fucking get it, bud. Ho, we're gonna start with our shaker tin front and center. To make this drink, we're gonna do a classic sour on the bottom, and then I'm gonna show you how to float a cocktail. We're gonna bring in our simple syrup. This is a 1-to-1 ratio, equal parts sugar and water, should last in your fridge up to 3 weeks. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of our simple syrup. If you're new to the channel, you know we only use fresh citrus. So I've got a lemon preloaded in here. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of our lemon juice. We're gonna put our lemon juice in. So instead of using egg whites, I like to use Miss Better Bitters Vegan Foamer. It adds a beautiful froth and it's completely flavorless. So we're gonna do a full dasher. In we go. For our whiskey, we're gonna be using Jefferson Bourbon. I love this whiskey. It's got a fantastic flavor profile and it's gonna complete our sour. 2 ounces of our bourbon whiskey. Because we have an emulsifier, we're gonna dry shake first. Dry shake means shaking without ice. It's gonna really froth up the foamer. You don't need to go too hard here. 3 or 4, that's it. Now we add in our ice. When we're shaking a cocktail, we wanna use good quality ice. I've got ice from the Ice Chef by bartenders for bartenders. So we're gonna add in our ice here. We wanna add in quite a bit. I got a big old block. That should be plenty. Time to shake our cocktail. Are we ready? We shook our cocktail. We've got a nice chilled coupe glass here. Always double strain. We want to catch those ice shards. Here we go. Look at that. Because we're going to be adding in some wine here, we want to leave a little bit of room. If your fine strain is catching too much, just give it a few taps. At this point, you could completely stop and you've got an amazing whiskey sour. What makes the New York Sour a signature is with a red wine float. So I have a homemade wine that my dad and my grandfather made together. This is a Zinfandel Cabernet Sauvignon blend. It's gonna be perfect for our New York Sour. Another pro tip when you are floating, spoon down and you wanna hold it very close to the surface. Also use a bottle spout because it's gonna make this a lot easier. So we're gonna go slow. You don't need to go crazy, just a little bit. Usually it's about an ounce, but we're gonna eyeball it here. We're gonna go around. Do you see the layer forming? Perfect, I'm just gonna keep going until we get my wash line a little bit higher. Look at that, beautiful sour starting to form. I think that is plenty. And there you have it. That is your New York Sour. In terms of a garnish, you could throw a few different things on here. I'm gonna keep it as is. Now let's give it a taste. Look at that beautiful color. Not my first time. Whole idea, New York, Tri-City, maybe that's the inspiration. Let's give it a go. Because the wine's floating, you wanna get a good gulp so you can get all of it in one bite. Woo! Hell yeah. Holy shit, it keeps building. This is fantastic. This is one of the drinks that got me into mixology. It's a classic for a reason, and I guarantee you this will impress anybody. If you've never had one, this is your cue to make one at home. Let me know if you try it. Cheers. Here are my pro tips to make the perfect New York Sour every single time. Starting with the basics, you need a good foundation. Make a proper sour first. If you don't know how to make a proper sour, check out my sour cocktail video. That is a great way to get started, the precursor to this one. Tip number 2, when you are floating, it's important to use a bottle spout. If you're gonna be floating right from the bottle, this is completely clutch. You need to do it. There are some people that might just pour a small amount, but it doesn't always work. Tip number 3, your choice of wine is crucial. You need a dry wine. Because our sour has sugar in it, the wine needs to float. Floating is all about sugar density, so whatever has the highest amount of sugar is always gonna sink to the bottom. When you're making a B52, you always start with your Kahlua because it's got the most amount of sugar. Same rule applies here. Drier wines are the best. I use a homemade wine. You can easily use a dry Beaujolais, a Lambrusco, any wine you might have that will get the job done. Tip number 4, this drink is served up. Like I mentioned in some previous videos, chill your glassware. Don't be a goof, chill your coupe, okay? Let's make it happen the right way. Those are all my pro tips on how to make the perfect New York Sour every single time. Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments below. Now it's time to make my variation on the New York Sour. We're doing a Sugarcane Sour. Why sugarcane? Because we're using rum. So instead of lemon, like the New York Sour, we're gonna be using lime, of course. So, you know the drill. Here we go. We need 1 ounce of our fresh lime here. So this might need a whole lime. Okay, beautiful. 1 ounce of lime juice. Now we're gonna use 1 ounce of a spiced orange syrup that I made. If you want the recipe of this syrup, feel free to comment and I'll send it to you. We're gonna do 1 ounce of spiced orange syrup. We need a foamer, so we're bringing back Miss Better Bitters Miraculous Vegan Foamer. 1 dasher will get the job done. And why we call it Sugarcane Sour? Because we're using rum. I'm gonna do a blend of rums. To start, I've got Appleton Estate 12 year. This is a fantastic bottle of rum. Is this a little too expensive for the sour? Maybe, but I don't give a shit. We're gonna use 1 ounce. In we go. 1 ounce of Appleton 12 year. My second rum is El Dorado 5 year. This is a incredible Demerara rum from Guyana. It's gonna complement our Appleton really nice. 1 ounce of El Dorado 5 year. Now we're gonna dry shake as always because we got our emulsifier in. Quick dry shake. That's all we need. Time to ice up. We got beautiful ice as always, that crystal clear ice from my man, the ice chef. Can't go wrong. Time to shake. Now it's time to double strain our cocktail. Look at that foam, that froth. Like I said, you always want to leave a little bit of room for your wine. At this point, we could totally sub out the wine, but I'm gonna bring in my homemade wine again. Who knew my dad and my nonno could make good wine? So we are gonna be using the same thing again, same technique. Just wanna get a nice steady flow here. Be careful with your wash line. You don't wanna add too much. I think that is the sweet spot. Usually when you're floating, you're doing max 2 ounces of wine, depending how big your glass is. Again, I'm gonna leave this one garnish free. I think the layers speak for themselves here. Let's give this one a taste with the spice syrup. I'm expecting to kind of have like a mulled wine approach on this Sugarcane Sour. Look at that amazing cocktail. Let's give this a taste. Ooh, I can smell the rum off the top. Oh my God. Oh my God. Damn. That's fantastic. I think this is better than the original. The rum's got that beautiful sugarcane flavor with the spiced syrup. If you've ever wanted to recreate a mulled wine, but you don't want to turn on your stove, this is the way to do it. That spiced orange syrup brings the whole thing together, pairs so nicely. I mean, this is a $22 drink in Toronto, okay? Learn how to make it. I guarantee you, you won't regret it. Damn, I'm gonna have to sip this one again. Oh, so yeah, we're just gonna keep continuing to tasting here. We're getting a lot of those notes here. You know, the foam looks so nice, you know? Yeah, like so good. Just like, you always wanna have a nice sip there. Look at that vegan foam. It looks like I got ice cream in here. I don't think I've ever finished one of the cocktails in my tasting before. Holy shit. This is a great cocktail. Filming the rest of the day is gonna be so much fun. And there you have it. Thank you guys for watching till the end of the video. I hope you learned something today. Make those New York sours, more importantly, make them right. As always, I'm Mixology Matt. I don't make drinks, I make smiles. Catch you all in the next one. Cheers.